everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I got a really big one for you guys. It's the Scooby Doo Friends and Foes Deluxe Box Set by Mezco. So this thing is huge. There's a lot in it. So what we're going to be doing in this video is first we're going to take a look at Scooby and the Mystery Gang. Then we're going to take a look at their foes. After that is the Mystery Machine. And last but not least is the Haunted House that's with this set. So we're going to also be going through all the different accessories and the assembly that may be needed for this set. So there's a lot with this one. So I'm really excited about this. This is going to be really cool. So with that being said, if you do like this video, go ahead and check out my anime and cartoon playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here it is in packaging. Now this is huge. I mean, this box is just huge, as you saw in the opening. So first off, you got Scooby Doo Friends and Foes Deluxe Box Set. You get this nice picture of the Mystery Gang with the van. You got all these neat little things in the background like skulls, bats, you know, all sorts of neat things. And they're part of 5 Points collection, similar to like the Godzilla set and Batman set. So you spin it around. All right, we're going to do it this way. You get a nice picture of all 5 members of the Mystery Gang. Spin it around here. Now this shows you everything that's part of this set. So once again, you got the Scooby Doo Friends and Foe up here. Choking hazards, you got a QR code here. Ages 18 and up, not a toy for children. All right, so you have the whole gang here. You have all the villains there. The van, and also the haunted house. You got Mezco here. A little bit illegal. Okay, so let's spin this around this way. And now on this side, you have all the villains, which is really nice. I do like that. On the bottom, you have the Scooby-Doo crew, Scooby-Doo. And then when you spin it around to the top, you got all your villains. So, spin this back around this way. All that being said, let's open it up and see what it's about. Alright, so first off, we're going to start off with the Mystery Gang. So we're going to go through each figure and then the accessories. So first off, you got Scooby-Doo. All right, now, for obvious reasons, he is the more unique of the set because he's a dog and he's the only one that comes with an alternate head. So he has this alternate head here. All right. So first off, let's give him the rotation. So you have this side. You got the back. You have this side. And back to the front. Now, he really does capture the whole look of Scooby-Doo. So when you look at him closely, you can see he has his iconic collar, facial expressions, and what have you. All right. The head does move. All right. All 4 legs move. So you get this one, the rear, spin them around this way. Those ones as well. And his tail does move. Okay. Now, just like any of these other Mezco figures, everything usually swaps out pretty easily. So there's no problem swapping heads, as you see. So if you want this face on them, you can with no issues. Now, he comes with a stand. They all come with stands. But his has 2 points on it. So that way, you know, if you want to put one foot in here, and then you want to put one of the back feet on there, you can have them stand a little bit better. I'm going to swap the heads back out because I kind of like the other one better. So you have this head here. So that's Scooby-Doo. All right. Next, you got to have Shaggy. All right. Let's give him the rotation. So you have this side, and then back around. All right. Now, he has the standard 5 points of articulation, so the head does move. All right. He has a shoulder joint. And then he has 2 leg joints. Oops, coming off the stand. All right. And obviously he captures the whole shaggy look. Look at him a little bit closer. All right. Next we'll do Velma. Bring her front and center. Give her the rotation. All right. Boom. And like Shaggy, she has the standard points of articulation. So her head moves. A little tight, but it does move. You got a shoulder joint. There we go. All right. And then last but not least, you have a thigh joint. All right. And if you want to look at her a little bit closer, see the facial details and stuff look really nice on her. I do like the overall look to her. Next, we'll do Fred. And once again, you know, they all capture that classic Scooby Doo look. And that's the nice thing about this set is it's geared to anybody who loves the original Scooby Doo cartoons. So even get a nicer look of him. All right, whoops. And just like everybody else, the head moves. Now everything seems a little stiff on these guys. And that might just be because they were in packaging. But once you get stuff moving, it moves pretty well on them. You may want to use heat. I don't think you really need to. But it's just a matter of, you know, breaking them free. And then once they're free, they move fine. And then, of course, last on our list is Daphne. Okay, bring her up. Give her the rotation. All right. Get her points of articulation moving. Her hand. Spin around this way. Her thigh joint. So they all look really good. I love all the detail to these figures. Once again, they do capture your cartoon look. Get them kind of lined up again. Shaggy. Actually here. Bring them up a little bit closer. All right, and then Scooby. Now they have a whole list of like different accessories for them. So first off, you do have the magnifying glass. All right, you have that. You have a purse. All right. You also have a lamp. Okay. You have a treasure map. All right. You have Scooby snacks. Okay. You have a sundae. You have a sandwich. All right. You have a candelabra. And last but not least, you have some sausages. All right. So we're going to look at some of these things in different ways. So first off, let's look at some of these accessories with Shaggy. So let's bring him up forward. Right here. All right. So obviously the food stuff goes with him. So let's see how well some of these foodies work with him. So let's put the sausage in this hand. All right. Oops. It's a little loose. All right. So he does hold it. So if you want him holding the sausages, getting ready to eat it, you can definitely do that with him. And the same with the sandwich. The sandwich would probably be his other one. All right. Trying to get him to stay on the stand here. There it goes. All right. Now, Scooby doesn't hold anything. Like, I was hoping that maybe on an alternate head, you could at least put the sausage or something in his mouth, but you can't do that. All right. So he will hold the sandwich. No issues with that. All right. So that's Shaggy with his accessories. Velma, obviously the magnifying glass will work good with her. So you put that in her hand. Now she can look at things with the magnifying glass. I would think probably either, looks like the lamp works with her too, because if you look at the way how her hand is, it's in a downward position. So this is obviously meant to be with her as well. All right, get that in there like that. Oops. So she is meant to hold the lamp. All right, so she can hold the lamp, the magnifying glass. No issues there. All right, let's do Fred next. He is obviously meant to either hold the map or the camera abra. And you can tell by the shapes in her hands. So if you look at this hand, this is a very thin holding hand. More than likely, that is for the map. So put the camera abla in here. No issues with that. And the map fits nicely in this hand. So these two things definitely work with Fred. And then last but not least, you have Daphne. The purse is obviously hers because it matches her outfit. All right, so let's get that on her. So there's the purse. And she's probably also meant to hold the Scooby snacks, because usually she's the one who's giving him the Scooby snacks. Her hands seem a little bit small compared to the other figures. All right. So, honestly, I don't think I could get this there. Nope. All right. Yeah. So you can get the Scooby snacks in there. It's a little tight of a fit. But the nice thing is these fingers do flex. So, there's no issues trying to get things into the hands. Now you do have the sundae here. I think it's a little too big to fit in anybody's hands. I will try Shaggy for obvious reasons. So, yeah, this thing's a little bit big for his hands. I was thinking maybe if he could hold it around the base. But yeah, okay. Actually, you can get that sundae in Shaggy's hand. So if you want Shaggy to hold the sundae, you can do that as well. So overall, everything seems to work very well with these guys. I don't have any real issues. Probably the only person I might have issues with the accessories would probably be Daphne, because the Scooby snacks really don't fit too well in her hand, but it does work. So up next is now the villains. So you get 4 villains with this set. So first off, you get the Creeper. All right, bring him up front and center. He comes with an alternate head. All right. A flashlight. And he also comes with a treasure chest. All right. Now with him, let's give him the rotation. So you have this side. You got the back. And also the front. The head does move. A little bit tight. Okay, maybe that head wants to move. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. So the head does actually move. It's swappable, so that could pop out. You can have his actual head put in. Okay. His arms do move. And his legs do as well. And the flashlight can just fit right in either hand. All right. So the flashlight does work with him, no issues. All right. Next is, I believe he was a space monster, if I remember right. Now, he's really cool looking. I always liked the look to this particular villain. I always thought he looked really neat. So let's give him the rotation. So you have this side, that side, this side, and then back around to the front. All right, so he has the standard points of articulation. So the head may move. No, the head, ooh, helmet actually comes off. I was not aware of that. But that looks really cool without the helmet. And as you can see, the head can move. You have a shoulder joint. And you also have a leg joint. Now he comes with 2 accessories. So he comes with a video camera. All right, an old reel-to-reel. All right, the head does swap out. Oh, that pops out pretty easily. With the human head. All right, so everything works well with him also. And then last but not least, you got these 2 ghostly guys. I forget what their names were. But you got these 2 guys. They are a team. Now, they do have stands for them. They do come with stands, but the way how their legs are designed, you really don't need them. So you have the 2 heads. So you have this one and this one. Now, this is the unique thing about these 2. All the other figures that have swappable heads have swappable heads, but they don't. If you look at this, the heads actually fit in these. So these are actual hoods for these guys. You also have a phonograph here. All right. And you have a set of chains. So you have this one here. And then this one here. So I'm only going to do the points of articulation on one because they're both basically the same. So you have the head that does move. You have an arm. Then you spin it around this way. And you have a leg. So all the movement is pretty, simple with these 2. The masks are swappable. So if you want this one on him and that one on him, and then you want to swap it around, you can. With no issues, these go on and off very easily. And then if you want the chains on them, chains pop on pretty easily. That's him. And let's get this one. And pop that on there as well. So the chains pop on very easily, no issues. So at this point, I don't have any issues with any of the villains. All right, so now we have the mystery machine, and this looks really cool. I like the overall look to it. So you have this side, you have the front, all right, this side, and now around to the rear. Oops. And then, the top you have bars on it and what have you. All right, so obviously the wheels work. We saw that already. All the doors open, so these back doors do open. They're a little hard to open because of the fact there's nothing really to grip them. But you can open that up. All right. And then these doors open up as well. Like I said, they're a little hard to open. Let me see if I could, push it from the inside. Now, let me get this door as well. There we go. Okay. So all the doors are now open. Let's try to see the inside of this because the inside's really nice. They put some really nice work onto the steering wheel, all the equipment, the back of the van, as you can see. Look at it from this side. You can try to get the light to work. There we go. You can see all the little gadgets and what have you inside, which is really nice. All right. So now let's see how well everybody fits in here. I'm going to put a little stopper in front of this. It just wants to roll. Here, let me grab one of these. There we go. All right. So first, let's get Fred here. See how well he fits in there. All right. So, oops. All right. So Fred fits in there pretty well. No issues. I guess next on our list would be Daphne. Because, you know, she always needs to sit next to Fred. Let me get this purse off of her. Let's see, this purse is a little bit of a pain. All right. So put her next to Fred. I'll slide her in through this way. Oops. All right, so now we got Daphne next to Fred. And last but not least, Velma. All right. So we got the three of them sitting up front. Close the van up. All right. And now behind them, you get Scooby. All right. I don't know how well you could probably see him from the front. But you know what? We're going to just spin it around so you could get Scooby in the back. All right. Oops. And then Shaggy, because usually Scooby and Shaggy are always the two who are sitting in the back. So you got them back here as well. All right, with no issues. And I'm sure through some maneuvering and stuff, if you really wanted to work it, I'm sure you could probably get it so Scooby and Shaggy can look out the front with everybody else. But for the sake of time in this video, they fit nicely in the back. They fit nicely in the front. And let's say we get one of our baddies here. Oops. All right. Let's go with you. If you want, you could probably have one of these guys gripping one of these bars or something like that. So if you want one of the baddies on top while they're trying to get away from them, you can do that as well. Probably try to get some hands around the bars and what have you. So that's pretty cool. So everything with the van works really nicely. I'm really happy with the overall look of the van. Everybody seems to fit in there pretty well. I don't have any issues with anything with the van. And now for the last piece of the whole set, the biggest part of the set is the house. Now the house looks pretty cool. What the house is it's a plastic shell with a cardboard body inside. So all the rooms and everything is just cardboard. The shell itself looks really nice. So they did like a sort of like a wash sort of green on it to give that old beat up look. The tops are like a wash between a black and a gray. And then all the windows are stickers and the door is cardboard. I'm not too sure if I really like how the door is being cardboard, but let's get a better look at this up close. So you can really see that green and then the darker colors when you get to the like you know, the fencing, the roof and everything. All right. So it's pretty cool looking, but like I said, this door is cardboard. And I don't know how much I like that because with the cardboard, the more and more you bend it, you're going to eventually break it. But I have a feeling that this is only meant for display purposes, not, you know, for a whole lot of play. But if you do want to display, like, let's say the door open with everybody in front of it, you may want to be cautious with this cardboard because I'm sure if you open and shut it too many times, eventually it's going to break off of there. So let's spin it around this way. And now you have the inside. All right. So let's get a closer look at some of these rooms. So first off, let's start with the top floor. So you have this really nice looking organ up there. I really like that. That looks really cool. Then you got your second floor where you have some cobwebs, beat up green borders. You got the knight from another Scooby Doo episode and what have you. And then you got the lower level, which is more of a brown. You got two end tables on there, holes in the walls that show, the breaks and what have you. And you can see the brick behind it and everything. You got your borders. And also on the upper level, if you can see, there's also a break in the floor as well for your characters to fall through. So this is really nice. I like the overall look to this. And of course, that way you can display all your figures wherever you want. Daphne doesn't want to stand. So you can have people up there. You can have this off here. Maybe the creeper up here. Actually, let's keep the stand on him. He seems to stand a little bit better with it on. All right. You could have Scooby Doo and Shaggy down here investigating something. All right. Velma. To have her over here looking at something. You have the two ghosts sneaking up behind Scooby and Shaggy. So you got him here. Oops. And him. Have Fred up here with Daphne because Fred and Daphne always seem to be together. You could have this guy here. You have a hidden video projector up top here with the creeper. So as you can see, you can display a lot of stuff with it here. Let's move this up a little bit so you can actually see everything. All right. So there you go. So you can maneuver this and work it however you want. You can even have the mystery van off to the side as it tries to roll away on me again. So overall, this is really neat. It's a really nice display piece. Now, I know sometimes people get, a little irritated with cardboard, like, they think it should be all plastic or whatever. But for what this is designed to be, which is basically a display stand, it looks really nice. I like the overall look to all of this. So my final thoughts on this set is I love it. I think it's a great set. You get a lot of good things with it. You get each of the members of the mystery crew. You get some villains. You get the van. You get this nice display piece. So overall, I really like this set. Now, all the figures, with all of them, all the joints work very well. They're a little stiff at first, but once you get them moving, they're fine. No issues with that. All their accessories swap out very well. Don't have any problems with any accessories. The mystery van, everything opens up fine on it. Everybody seems to fit pretty well in it. So the overall thought of this is great. I feel like this is a must-have for anybody who's a big Scooby Doo fan, especially if you're a fan of the original cartoon. This is a must-have. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but for everything you get with it, I feel like it's worth the money. So with that being said, I hope you guys did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my manga, cartoons, and anime playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.